Yo, this is VSCO Artist. I'm gonna do a VSCO edit on this portrait I did of Stelth Ulvang of the Lumineers. This guy came to my hometown, promoting his new album. Yeah, I said the Lumineers. This guy, he's the pianist and accordion player for the Lumineers. His name is Stelth Ulvang. You can Google him. He never wears shoes. Anyways, so I got to do some portraits of him, and I'm going to edit one for you. So I'm going to start with my white balance here. Get some exposure happening. It's not the most focused photograph, so it's going to be a, you can see like this is the focus area, so it's going to be difficult here. But I'm going to do my best with what I got. I really love his little sprig of hair here. Let's see what happens. I might go with my Filmpack 05 here. I really love some of the fades and use of grain in the 05s. I'm gonna start off with something like this. Again, you know what I do is I click through and I am comparing. I'm comparing one preset with another and seeing what works. My eyes are all I have, you know. So you know, I have technical skills, obviously, but what looks good is what I'm going to do. That's what we do as artists, you know. I'm okay with this image being, with the eyes being less lit in this case. But I don't know if this is the direction I need to go, but I'm just gonna play. Yeah, you know, the way that I shot Stelth Ulvang of the Lumineers is I just emailed him and asked him. He was coming to my hometown, and I said, hey, could I do some portraits of you? I'll give you a couple. And he said, sure. And so I was like, okay. You know, sometimes just asking is one of the best ways to get things happening, you know, in life. And that's what happened in this case, you know. Let's see. I really don't want to go crazy with colors on this one. I'm really digging the colors right out of the camera. Look at that. Look at the, you know, from, I don't know what I have, or I don't know if it's, I don't know what I was previously on, but, and then back to Kodak Max 800, I just taking away some clarity, adding some grain. It really changes the photograph, and really beautiful. I really like that a lot. And you know, I mean, I'm okay with that. I missed focus on this. I'm okay with that. You know, when you do an edit like that, sometimes it almost covers that mess up in a sense. Sometimes it does, not always, but sometimes. You know, let me look at my. I was at 1.4 again. I shoot crazy shallow, sometimes too shallow, but I love it. I love what it does. And I was with my 15mm 1.2, so I'm gonna stick with that. I was at, what did I use? Kodak Max plus. Yeah, I don't know if I want all that contrast, honestly. So I mean, I would maybe I'd do a little bit of contrast and then adjust it down here in my tone curve. So that's where all the contrast is, by the way. It's in your tone curve. That's where the changes are being made. So much better for me. You know, I might increase my blacks up here. You know, some of you guys are like, oh, that's a shitty photo. His eyes aren't fully lit. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay you think that. I'm not upset about that, and I understand that some people don't like my style, and some people may not like your style, but that's not important. What is important is that you're making art that you're passionate about, and that you care about, and you continually do it. Let's see what happens when I sharpen. I'm on a full screen just for a second. This is... I'm probably going to sharpen this image just a little bit. You know, I probably should have shot at a like 1.8, 1.6. But whatever, who cares? It's a beautiful photograph and I love it. So sometimes when you take away too much blue, though, you can get a little bit red in certain parts of skin tones. People who have a lot of red, you can actually get too red and too orange. You know, you need to have orange skin fix. Some of the presets already have that in there, by the way. You probably have noticed that. Like if I did orange skin fix, watch what happens. You know, it actually did the opposite of what I wanted, which is fix orange. So just be aware of that as you're clicking through those things. I'm going to add some green shadows just to see here. Yeah. That's much better. That's what I'm wanting. And I might be okay with all that. I'm going to sit here. This is one of those photos that you really want to spend time comparing and contrasting. And I just like to do like the 2-second rule, you know, with some of these things, because that's a very different photo right there than that one. You know, very different photograph, very different feels happening. So I'm going to just stare at him for a second. I might look away from my computer even, just for a second, let my eyes rest, and then go back, you know. And so I'm probably going to stick with the Kodak tone here. And the reason why is because on Stelth's, his skin tones and this background and the light that I have and what he's wearing, what happens is it creates separation between his skin tone and the kind of blue tint here, or the gray neutral tint, and I like that, and those are complementary colors of what's happening. So there's our before right here. That was before. I guess I can't full screen it. There's before and there's after. So again, I used Kodak Max +++. Again, Stelth Ulvang of the Lumineers. This is VSCO Artist.